The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend...
Hi beautiful people, I'm back, but clearly I'm back with another reaction video. So in today's episode I'm going to be watching a comedy video. It's been a while since I did comedy, and so today we are going to be watching George Carlin on the owners of this country, and I'm super excited. You know, with George Carlin, it's just not just comedy, it's more than comedy, because this guy is one of those comedians that I consider to be so wise, and he's just oozing wisdom. So I'm in for some wisdom and jokes, of course. So I'm hoping that you're going to take this journey with me all the way to the end of it. And as per usual, I'll be giving my comments at the end of the video. So I'm hoping to see you there. And if this is the kind of content you're interested in, look no further, because you're right at home. So go ahead right now and smash on that red subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already, and join me, and together let's enjoy this and many more videos to come. So without further ado, let's get into this video on George Carlin, on the owners of this country, and see what he has to say about this topic. And I'm expecting some wisdom. Oh my. Consumption.
It's the new national pastime. Fuck baseball. It's consumption. The only true lasting American value that's left, buying things. Buying things. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need. Money they don't have on things they don't need. So they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, and you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They said we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. And you say to them, well, you know, we've tried all of that, and the kids still can't pass the test. He said, oh, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades.
What?
That's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil.
What? Wait a minute, I just had to pause here. So this happens everywhere, because even in my country, like the government lowers grades for getting into college, that is the college level, and like I'm surprised. Yeah, and to consider like what he's saying, it's very true, because it's just making the IQ in the country just go down by lowering that, instead of trying to uplift the IQ. So I'm loving this, and I told you guys, this guy just is wisdom just made and walking. So anyway, let's continue watching, and I'm loving this. I hope you are as well. Wow. I'll take it slightly back as always to recap from where we left. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Pencil, guys. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there. It's physics. Ooh. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word. They use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table to figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Wow.
By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all.
Yeah. I needed to hear this.
You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country...
Wait a minute. Did he just say that? I love this guy. Oh my. Allow me to take it back and get that again. How good is he?
Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
That is wisdom there. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. Wow. As I said earlier on, I just needed to hear this. My country is nearing elections. Next year is going to be our election year. And wow, this is just wisdom. I don't know whether, for me, I'm feeling like as much as this was meant for America, it's so relatable to even me here in Kenya. So I don't really know. Does it apply to every country? Let me know where you are watching me from. And does this apply to your country or not? Because for me, it totally applies. The lowering the grade, the politicians owning us and everything. I don't know. Like, it's just so relatable, and I'm loving this. And I was here just thinking when I was listening to him, and I'm like, you know, we are owned. Like, my country owns, we owe China a lot of money. So I'm like, wow, one day China can come and just take over us, and we are doomed. So anyway, that is it for today. This was super good. And as I said earlier on, for me, George Carlin is just more than comedy. He's just a super comedian with some wisdom. And like in this particular case, it was just something you can laugh about, but then come to think of it, it's just the reality, and he says it as it is. So that is super good, right? I'm just wondering, why didn't he ever become the president to change at least the country? And I'm like, Americans, why didn't you ever give this guy your votes? I don't know. Of course, he never maybe vied for that, because otherwise I know you guys would have given him, right? So anyway, that's just me thinking, because I would think he would be a very good good president, because his wisdom is just what every country needs. And for me, basically, that's it. So thank you so much for watching this with me. I hope you got one or two things from it, and you loved the video. And basically, for me, wow, this was not comedy, it was wisdom. It's just pouring wisdom to us. And wow, this guy should have lived longer. So anyway, let me not talk too much. So thank you so much for watching this with me. I hope you loved it. And if you did, kindly consider to give it a thumbs up, give it some love, and of course, don't forget to leave me a comment and share with me what you loved about it. And especially if you're watching me from outside America, let me know, is this relatable to your country or not? And also, let me know what was your best joke in it, like the best part of it. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation with you. And as always, let's make it as interactive as possible. So thank you so much once again. If you're new here, welcome and feel right at home. Don't forget to smash on that red subscribe button down below so that you can officially be part of this family. I know you, by watching, you're already part of it, but consider to subscribe so that you can officially be part of it. And also consider to also turn the notification bell on so that you can be notified each and every time I post a video. Lastly, if you have you'd like to support this channel, you're welcome to do so. All you need to do is check the description below, where you'll find the link to my Patreon community, and you can join the platform. And you will also find my PayPal address, and you can have guaranteed requests through either platforms. So once again, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure watching these videos with you, and this was just so much wisdom. So until next time, take care of yourself, be safe. I love you so much, and peace out and bye.